See? Was that so hard? This one apologizes for causing you such discomfort, but Roz appreciates all that you have told him.
You must help me. I told this hateful cat everything I know. I was just following orders. You don't say no to a woman like Captain Apinia.
My friend, what a happy coincidence. This one never imagined to find you skulking around an Iliad ruin. Since you are already here, you will help Roz deal with a dangerous war criminal, yes? Only the notorious butcher of Brotherhood, Captain Jenna Apinia. My talkative prisoner finally revealed the captain's location, and she's close. Very close. Soon, with your assistance, Roz will make her pay for her crimes of war and terror. The coward and her loyal soldiers fled Imperial City when the chains fell. In Brotherhood, they stole valuable items to finance their retirement. When the mayor complained, she ordered her soldiers to start killing. Now, Roz must make an example of her. This one hoped you would say that. We made a most excellent team in the past. Roz suggests we split up to cover more ground. Locate the captain and the items. And if you find her before I do, please, give her my regards. Right in the heart, yes? Official trinkets. Valuable to the right people, Roz supposes, but mostly important to Brotherhood citizens. Let's see. There's the city's seal, the tax collector's ledger, and the mayor's signet ring. You can see why Brotherhood wants them back, yes? Roz's friend here, a pirate on the ship Apinia hired, says they found safe haven with the agents of the Gold Coast Trading Company. What they're doing in the ruins, Roz has no clue. Evil? Roz doesn't like to judge. Greedy? As the day is long. If Roz is feeling generous, maybe he'll send Apinia's head to the company's boss when we're done. Meanwhile, my friend will sit quietly while we hunt. Or he'll be dead. Roz can't decide. Roz is happy to see you as well. We had such adventures helping Queen Irene, yes? But we can reminisce later. Drink ourselves silly and tell tales to make each other gasp and smile. Now, we have a war criminal to punish. The Queen's eyes go where they need to go, my friend. Roz would ask you the same, but this one thinks it would be better not to know the answer to that question, yes? Still, Roz is glad you're here. Now, let's go deal with Captain Apinia. Butcher of Bravil! This one claims your head!
Queen Iran's mangy cat. I should have chopped...
That was a better death than that one deserved. We did well, my friend. Meet Roz back at the entrance after you recover the stolen items. Ah, nothing sharpens the claws like dispatching criminals and murderers. And we all survived, which makes the victory that much sweeter. Apinia is dead, so she won't slaughter any more citizens. That will please Queen Irene, which pleases Roz. And we recovered Bravil's trinkets. A good day's work, yes? This one might stick around, look into trading company. Stay fragrant, my friend.
was to be forgotten. Why must they always come?
No escape.
Circle around!
Shadows may waver in the light, but not this. Become the avatar of
don't... Seeing you like that, with a bounty on your head, it's probably my fault! The jaunt, the bounce, the swaying tail, like a ship on four legs, pounding down the trail. That's one of my favorite lines from the poems of Drusk, the would-be bard. It describes my favorite animal perfectly.
Isn't that funny? I was just thinking about you. What brings you to this pious city? No, wait, don't answer that. I don't think I want to know. On the other hand, if you're interested in a little mischief, I could really use your help. Oh, just discrediting Grand Chanter Surus and his Society of the Dragon. They claim to be a religious order, but they're nothing more than a cult that loves Akatosh a bit too much. And anyone who questions their faith tends to disappear. I didn't until my sister Jocelyn joined them. She has no idea what Surus does to people. Take these notes and preach the word of Boethia around town. After the Grand Chanter arrests you for heresy, my sister will see how he treats you and leave. Just like old times. After this, first drink's on me. Now go and spread Boethia's word to the cult's initiates. Once they detain you, we'll show my sister exactly how Surus treats those who disagree with him. Just don't disappear along the way. Grand Chanter Surus isn't your typical Akatosh priest. He enjoys filling impressionable heads with religious nonsense, and he has a violent streak as long as Varen's wall. Rumors say that if he can't fill your head, he'll remove it. Literally. A plan? Yes, I have a plan. But let's not spoil the surprise. Just be ready for my signal and follow my lead. Now get out there and spread some heresy. I can't wait to see how the Society initiates Squirm. Who knows why a young woman in the prime of her life would throw away everything to take up with a bunch of religious fanatics. I suppose it had something to do with that job that went sideways when I had to kill Jocelyn's best friend. I'm afraid I had no choice. A rival of mine hired him to kill us when we attended a meeting. I learned his true intentions too late to decline the invitation. I never let my enemies make the first move. so I ended him before he could end us. Jocelyn was mad at me, mad at him, mad at life in general. She decided that piracy wasn't for her. She wanted to serve a higher purpose. Unfortunately, this particular higher purpose is worse than piracy. It hides its killing behind religion. Grand Chanter Surus is a high-ranking priest in the cathedral, second only to Primate Artorius himself. He started the society for religious types who aren't ready to join the priesthood. They claim to be devoted to Akatosh and his teachings. Only if you believe Akatosh requires the beheading of people the Grand Chanter doesn't like. When my sister refuses an order, I'd rather not have her head on the chopping block. Nothing against religion, but this cult isn't right for my sister. Well, members that join the society are cut off from their friends and family, and anyone that tries to quit disappears. No one knows what happens to them, by the way. Oh, and I did mention the secret beheadings, didn't I?
What?
This one hates being snuck up on. Nothing. Well, of course, Senamu is doing something. Everyone is doing something all the time. Thinking, breathing, talking to nosy strangers. Senamu is busy, yes? Oh, you want to know what Senamu is doing right now? Yes. Well, let me consider. This one lost what did I lose? Well, a hat! Yes, a glorious, luxurious, very expensive hat. One of these dirty-cheeked shaveskins must have stolen it. Oh, you should have seen it. Silken trim, brass buttons, thick feathers. Oh, yes, made of twice-dyed felt. A deep, smoky green, like tree moss after the morning dew. It smelled of lilac and rare alikir spices. Oh, this one was fragrant in that hat. And the aigrette, oh, simply marvelous. Fine, etched silver with ivory inlays and a polished ruby setting. Oh, you've never seen such plumage. Genuine fell-runner feathers, as long as a Jacque's arm. Oh, very well. You caught this one with your amazing perception. But admit it, Senamu's commitment to the lie was impressive, yes? Ah, it feels good to clear the air. Now, this one has thieving to get back to. Stay fragrant, Five Claw.
Well?
First hold, so much death. I hear the place still smells of fire and death.
May Akatosh and the Divine smile upon you this day and all the days to come. If you're interested, I can tell you all about the Society of the Dragon. How can you say such things? You monster!
Do not despair. Akatosh watches over us always. Lift your weary head and give praise. How dare you utter such blasphemy in this holy city? The Grand Chanter shall hear of this.
Lord Akatosh, the dragon god of time, brings fire in the cold of night and light in the depths of darkness. There's room for you in the Society of the Dragon. All you have to do is say the word. You dare shout that Daedric filth's name? Heretic!
Refresh your libations, citizen. The next fight is about to begin. Let the games begin! They're off their leash and out for blood!
You want tickets? Talk to the front counter. You want a refund? Go jump in the sea. All sales are final. Oh, do you now? Look, if I don't know you, you aren't worth knowing. You want to earn a name worthy of being on the same card as one of our champions? Get in the pit and start drawing in some crowds. Find yourself in that pit and your life is property of this arena until you claw your way out. Manage that, and there's a hefty purse waiting on the other side. That's the contract. You'll face whatever I can pull together for the day's events. And even I don't often know what that'll be much in advance. Criminals, heretics, wild beasts. If you can't roll with the punches, at least leap to your grave. The crowd loves that. If you're friendly with my sister, don't expect any special treatment. Fixed fights don't draw crowds. If you've got a problem with her, take it to Anvil. Nobody holds sway over the Pirate Queen, least of all me. Oh, do you now?
Aid me!
Split up! The Order will make quick work of you!
Challengers have bested the Order of the Hour, chap! No! I spoke too soon! Knight Commander Pantheus demands to meet these challengers in battle! Knight Commander Pantheus and his enforcers will lay down the law, and the penalty is death! Heal me! The Knight Commander's enforcers are the Order's most battle-hardened veterans. The challengers are doomed. The beasts are hungry. The challengers will give the walls a wide berth unless they want to become a meal. I'm hurt! Reckoning is at hand. The beasts are hungry. The challengers will give the walls a wide berth one to become a meal. They've done it! They've dropped the axe on Knight Commander Pantheus!
Akatosh, take me. I did not see that coming. You've got a future in this bloody work. Mark my words. And a well-earned reward it is. I haven't seen a beating that brutal since the Spear Sisters bested the Iron Lion in nothing but their small clothes. Here's the victory purse. I suggest you live a little before your next dance with death.
Murder is a filthy business in the eyes of Akatosh.
Akatosh bless you, outsider. What brings you to our humble town?
That's enough blasphemy out of you for one day. The Grand Chanter wants to have a word with you. Your foul words have consequences, heretic. The Grand Chanter has ordered you to appear before him. Problem? Yes, there is a problem. You're preaching Boethiah's lies to the faithful initiates of the Society of the Dragon. The Grand Chanter won't stand for that, and neither will I. He orders you to appear before him in the Chamber of Penance. The Grand Chanter fears nothing, least of all a pathetic Daedra who pales in comparison to the mighty Dragon God. Now go see the Grand Chanter and face your judgment, or I'll gut you here and now.
Lieutenant, how has this heretic transgressed against the Dragon God?
By spreading the word of Boethiah to the initiates.
There is only one punishment for blasphemy. Behead them.
What? Isn't that a little extreme?
You dare question the will of Akatosh?
It doesn't say anything about beheadings in the Book of Akatosh.
Silence, Initiate. Lieutenant, deliver Akatosh's justice.
Is this the life you hoped for, Jocelyn?
Larissa! I should have known. I'm leaving.
I like the sound of that. Time to go. I appreciate you not slaughtering everyone in there. A holy bloodbath wouldn't have served us any better than you getting your head chopped off. Unfortunately, Jocelyn is as slippery as I am. She snuck away before we had a chance to talk. Quite the opposite. Jocelyn fled with us, which means we gave her plenty to think about. I'd guess she's gone to one of the old Akatosh shrines along Varen's wall. Let's split up. If you find her first, politely ask her to wait for me to arrive. Remember, check the shrines along Varen's wall, and do try to keep the mayhem and slaughter to a minimum.
Well met, pilgrim. Have you come to pray? Best keep looking, then. I've been out here most of the day, but you're the first soul I've seen. So many in Kvatch have forgotten the old ways. They're all obsessed with their giant cathedral. They've forgotten how we used to worship. Shame that.
Do you mind? I'm trying to enjoy a quiet moment with my wife.
Do you make a habit of accosting strangers at shrines of worship? Those zealots are the worst thing to happen to Kvatch in 60 years, and I've lived through 8 wars in the corrupt reign of the Longhouse Emperors. If you're looking for more of their kind, inquire in Kvatch rather than bothering pious folk.
I knew I would find you here, blasphemer! Die!
You're working for my sister, right? How did you find me? No, never mind. Just tell me if you're here to talk or to kill me. Oh, just those little things I noticed. Like that cold look in your eyes. Or your rants about the splendor of Boethia. Isn't killing what a disciple of the warrior prince does best? Yeah, about that. I'm done with the Society of the Dragon. Turns out religion doesn't really agree with the women in my family. Especially not a crazy cult with a murderous priest for a leader. Now you're starting to really curl my spine. I could ask you the same. Just what were you doing spouting that Boethia nonsense in Kvatch? Are you some sort of Daedra out to prove a point? Are you Sheogorath? That's a more honest answer than I expected. My sister sent you, didn't she? She just couldn't let me deal with this myself, could she? Oh. And oh look, there's Larissa now. What a surprise.
Jocelyn, could you be any more predictable?
My dear sister, I knew you'd find me. Are you here to kill me too?
My sister appears to be safe and sound. She's surprisingly calm, even if she's still mad about what I did to her friend. That's better than I expected. Thank you for your help. I couldn't have exposed Grand Chanter Surus's corruption without you. That's sweet, but you've already done more than enough. You helped me show my sister the truth about the Society of the Dragon. She's safe now, and our plan worked exactly as I'd hoped. I couldn't have saved Jocelyn without your help. Thank you.
Every time you help me, someone winds up dead. Couldn't you let me deal with this myself?
I didn't like the way we left things, Jocelyn. And when I realized what the Grand Chanter was up to...
So my big sister sails in to rescue me. Again, tell me, how many did the Grand Chanter kill?
At least 3 people since I've been paying attention. I haven't been in town that long.
So you called in someone to help?
I know you're angry, but he really would have killed you, Jocelyn. I couldn't let that happen.
You don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm done with the Society, and I'm done with Kvatch. But I am not going with you.
Fair enough. But anytime you need me, I'll be there.
I know. Goodbye, sister.
There goes Jocelyn, off to who knows where to do who knows what until I have to go and pull her hair out of the fire again. Oh, I could use a drink. A strong drink. Why don't you meet me in Anvil, and we'll drink to our success? Wonderful. Talonel's done a remarkable job in growing our fortune. Harridan and Mikog are in fighting shape, and patrols have grown sparse since the war in Cyrodiil. I've got nothing against Captain Colleen, mind you, but a woman needs her own ship. Not that I'd ever kiss and tell, my dear, but if nothing else, I remain amused by his advances. It wore an adorable hat and clutched a wrapped gift. Perhaps Jakarn thought that since I enjoy Howler's company, the way to my heart was through a monkey. Howler chased the creature off, so I have no idea what was in the box. It's what we do. She'll come back when she gets bored, or she needs something. She always does. Howler's a bit disappointed he didn't get more time with her, but he'll get over it. Nothing a few dozen mugs of ale won't cure.